Hi guys, holy crap, we're in one heck of a thunderstorm.
We're headed for adventure, our worries left behind. Taken to the water, fun rising like the tide. With open skies above us, we'll be running side by side. Come on, away the anchor, we're casting off the line. We're about the destination, the journey is divine. Welcome to the story of living our bold life. We're doing it our own way on Lady K. We're sailing away on Lady K.
Oh, you can kind of, I gotta use a flashlight to light my face so you can see me, but we've got, wow, like torrential downpour. The boats are swinging around like crazy, lightning every couple seconds. We've got some neighbors over here. They're dragging into the boats behind them. Oh man, it's terrifying. I don't even know, like our anchor has spun around and reset so many times in the last 10 minutes. I don't even know which direction we're pointing anymore. It just keeps spinning. We got about 60 feet of chain out and a 55-pound rope now, and it just keeps resetting and resetting and resetting and resetting because we keep changing directions with this storm. Oh, it's crazy out here. But we're outside, we're keeping an eye on it. You can't even, like, it's so crazy. I know that the camera's never going to do it justice. Wow. Just nuts. Candace is trying to stop the forward hatch from leaking. Hey babe. How you making out?
This whole thing needs to be resealed.
What?
The glass
Yeah.
is coming off of the actual hatch.
Yeah.
Like,
We need to redo the glass to the hatch.
I'm trying to fix it with butyl and it's just maneuvering around it.
Yeah. Water.
Pouring in elsewhere.
Fucking rain. Holy crap. Our friend Mike is texting us. He's just, I think, a little bit north of here. He wants to come down for a few beers pretty soon. I'd love to talk to him right now, but I'm a bit like ignoring my phone because the neighbor's boat has dragged about 30 feet and they are only about 50 feet off of our stern. So we're getting a little bit worried about that. Good times on the Chesapeake. Cool. We're going on a little adventure in the dinghy right now to buy a new family car. Or actually a bike. But we have to walk everywhere we go, so we can only walk a couple miles. But if we get a bike, it increases our range by a lot. And the bike we're going to look at is actually quite unique because it's a boat bike. Where do you see it? going on a proper cruiser's adventure.
Woo!
We gotta go to Napa, and we gotta go to a store that sells bicycle parts, which you're about to see how difficult it actually is. It doesn't sound bad, but things are far away, and we live on a boat, and we're not allowed to talk. So let's give her. Annapolis is pretty cool because we're over in Back Creek, about a 5-minute dinghy ride. Now we're in Spa Creek where the boat show is, and there's a dinghy dock for free to tie up in downtown Annapolis. So it's always crowded, so you got to kind of wiggle your way in, but we'll figure out a way. And then you can, everything's kind of right here downtown. We had breakfast this morning down here. Pretty sweet.
So plus side of being in Annapolis a week before the boat show, we get to watch them set up for the boat show. There's gonna be a tent there, yay!
Yeah, they're like building the tent that they have the swap meets in. And it's so flooded right now. Sweet. So if you've never been down here except for the boat show, this is what it looks like. It's a lot calmer. Much more civilized.
My elephant ears.
Oh. The bikes are sweet. You use an app, and when you push the button on the app, it'll tell you where the bikes are, and you pick the one you want, and then Witchcraft unlocks it. Make sure the tires are pumped up before you unlock it. Ooh, alright, we're loaded up. I got all kinds of stuff going on back there. The only thing we couldn't find is the gear oil for our sail drive. But we got all the bike parts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the lady with the second folding bike we want to buy is going to meet us at the Annapolis dock in about 20 minutes. So Sweet.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Better rock.
Hustle.
I just want to come up on the back quarter. I guess you won't go up. First thing you do when you get back to the boat, check on the batteries. Let's see how we're doing. We've been gone for a couple hours. Oh, all right. We are pulling in 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. It's kind of cloudy and the sun's kind of being wonky. We're at 78%. We left at 64%. So that's good. 25, a little more direct sunlight. Be peachy. Now we just got to get those bikes situated and then we will have some transportation. New tires. Woo! Okay guys, so you may know Candace and I are all about maybe how someday in our lives, if we ever have the money to buy like a 45 or a 50 foot something. And Beneteau is up there, obviously. The Bens and Jens are great boats. We'd love an Amel because Delos, right? Yeah. But we were just talking the other night, sitting in the anchorage here, and we were saying if we had the money, sort of like whatever the budget would be, would we really buy one of those? And they're not, we don't find them particularly pretty, though we do find them comfortable and they're fast enough and they have all the other check boxes are checked, but not pretty. We wouldn't, you know, take pictures of it because we enjoyed looking at it. And as we were saying that, something else pulled into the anchorage with us, and you might be able to see it over my shoulder. So that is a Hunter, of all things. It's an HC50, and it's pretty much a purpose-built race boat. I actually, when they pulled in, I motored over and I told them what we were talking about. And they're from Sweden. They've circumnavigated in that boat multiple times. And they've pretty much been everywhere in the world, and now it's for sale. It's in the 275,000 bracket, so we can't afford it, but I think we're gonna pop over there in a minute and see if we can show you guys the inside of that boat, because there's innovations on this thing that would blow your mind. You have to Google it, Hunter HC50. It's got, one of the crazy things I found is that the anchor chain goes down a pipe into the bilge. So it sits on top of the keel, not into the bilge, but into its own compartment. So that all of your anchor chain weight is on your keel. What? Brilliant. It's so smart. And then another one that's really cool is the whole nav station is gimbaled. So you have where you sit, the desk, there's a spot for a laptop already like pre-cut out. And then there's the wall of electronics in front of you, and the whole thing can be gimbaled either way. So if you're underway and you got a hell of a heel on, and you need to go down and do some navigation or make a YouTube video, you can gimbal the thing, and so it's level, and you can just sit there like you're not even 30 degrees over. Just wow. Everything's led aft. There's clutches on the side of the boat, weirdly on the side of the boat. I got to get over there with the camera and I got to show you guys, because this thing is, if we had an unlimited budget or a $300,000 budget, we'd be hard pressed to find something that is nicer than that or is as cool as that. And honestly, I think it's genuinely pretty. It's nice to look at. It doesn't look like the plum bow sugar scoop stuff that you see everywhere. It's different. Let's show you.
Okay.
The dinghy.
Yeah.
The guy that we bought the boat from.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like your dinghy because when Swedish people are
Problem. Maybe I shouldn't see this boat.
The
The boat show.
boat show.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna stick around. Yeah.
look up at the index.
Ah!
And you hope that
Yeah.
the autopilot is
Is
working.
yes.
And then you have autopilot buttons right there.
Yeah.
That's,
we
yeah,
have
that's
it,
what
yeah.
she's
So you can
saying.
do
It's, like,
whatever you
right
got to
there.
do. Yeah.
But if
Instead
it,
of someday we're gonna get a bigger boat, and what are our options? I'm going. I'm
it's not so
going.
nice here now because we have all
Oh.
this. We are trying to get in.
Oh right. We
Nice.
saw that it's for sale on Yacht World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are so nervous. We really want to sell her.
Oh. If
So-
I had the money, I'd just hand it over. Right
Yeah,
now,
thank
but-
Look at the door.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that great?
Ugh.
A door.
I want a door.
And this is where we sleep when we are sailing.
Oh wow.
And the
So-
gimbaled nav station.
Yeah.
It moves.
Oh my goodness.
In one way, you can see.
Oh okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's on a.
Oh man. Ah.
That's good.
So you can always be level.
Yeah. Now this-
Wow.
And the boat has a ballast system
Yeah.
that can pump seawater into either side. It was 1,200 kilos,
Yeah.
and it'll pump. You can pump 1,200 kilos of seawater into the high side to level the boat out.
Yeah. 8 degrees.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
so that's big pumps as well. I think they start here and go forward. So it's not for now, but we have to fix it.
Oh yeah.
And we have a freezer
Yeah.
that where we live now.
Yeah.
And we are going to take out everything until Tuesday.
Oh my goodness.
We have a locker up there, so we have to
Oh, dude,
carry
you gotta.
it.
Yes.
The anchor chain
Yeah.
Oh right. Oh good.
is down there.
See, can you see it?
Oh, wow.
Isn't that great?
The
Jewelry and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Like it just. Yeah. I
so,
get that.
we have the yeah.
Ah, this-
It's
hard to not sell me.
It's
on
got a
that,
lot of space,
actually.
and
It's not a
it's
space.
and it's really fast.
Yeah.
As
This
Thomas used to say, it's like a 35-footer, but everything is bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not
That's-
very much cabins. It's not very much space for a lot of people,
No.
Yeah.
but it's good for 2 people.
Sufficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
This is-
fast.
And it's fast. Yes, dear.
Fast.
Fast. Oh man. This is.
Very fast.
I like it.
Gimbal nav station. Oh
I
my.
like it. Oh. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
fixed. This is very good. We
Oh yeah.
Ah.
I like that.
Yes.
put a lot of. And we are already having the locker short, but we are going into the berth on Tuesday.
Need help. Need any help though? Like we're got a big dinghy, lots of space, and
Yeah.
we know how to move. Trust me. Okay.
The dinghy.
Yeah.
The guy that we bought the boat from.
Hey guys, so it is October, and on this sailing channel, we release dollar for dollar our entire budget from the month before. Beginning of October, we are due to talk about money. Little caveat before I give you some numbers. Last month was Hurricane Florence. We spent most of the month in a marina at the dock, so we spent more than we probably should have on a lot of things that we probably didn't need. Without further ado though, and so that you know what it takes financially to sort of do what we're doing, little comparison, last month I think we did $2,200. You'd have to go back 4 episodes to see, but I think it was like $2,200, and that was leaving home, motoring down the Erie Canal, paying for all the different things associated with that. This month though, we just blew that out of the water. We are at $44,050, $4,046 or something. So $4,000. We almost doubled last month's spending. Brutal. It sucks, but hiding from the hurricane, things got pretty ugly. So there's another caveat to that too. The number one thing we spent money on last month, which was $1,500, was boat parts. You're in Annapolis. The biggest expense there was an anchor chain. We knew when we left home we needed an anchor chain that would fit our windlass. And what better place to find it than Annapolis? There's all kinds of boat stores here. It just made sense to wait till we got here. So we spent almost $1,000, and that was boat chain and a couple of blocks and things we need to make our reefing system. That was the single biggest purchase for the last 30 days. Next to that was food, groceries, dining out, all that kind of stuff. Beer, we had to keep buying beer because when you're stuck at the dock and you're bored, you tend to get more beer than you should and dine out more than you should, and you just don't want to cook. So we weren't doing any miles. We were bored. We spent $700, $800, $900, just over $1,000 on just groceries, alcohol, dining out, all that kind of just sort of luxury kind of stuff. I guess except groceries, those aren't really luxury. Dockage, we were at $550. Again, we stayed in a marina to hide from the hurricane. It is what it is. We have some miscellaneous stuff, $159, and that's just little things that break here and there and stuff we need to buy. $80 on diesel. Again, we didn't make any miles. I think all we did was fill the tank. Candace paid $50 for a fishing and crabbing license. We've yet to make use of that. We haven't caught anything. And then I think we paid $40 for Uber. So the largest thing was boat parts. Next to that was just sort of food, booze, dining out, sort of living a little bit more luxurious life, and probably likely due to the stress of the fact that there was a hurricane coming at us. So $4,042 went out of the bank account in the last month. However, we did get some money into the bank account. We have not cashed out Patreon yet. So anybody who's giving us money through Patreon, we're making about $120 an episode, so times 4. But we have not cashed it out, so we had nothing come in from Patreon. We did, however, have some one-time donations that I want to give a huge, super massive thank you. A gentleman the other day sent us $1,000, which is like, what? I woke up and I was sort of scrolling through my phone and I was like, Candace, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I showed her the email. PayPal, you received $1,000. And I thought, wow, which coincidentally was the day that we were going to buy our anchor chain. So realistically, he paid for our anchor chain, which is absolutely amazing. I'm not going to use his name just for privacy's sake. But wow. So we did cash out PayPal. It was $1,150, all said. And that was that $1,000 one, and then $150 of sort of miscellaneous. Again, thank you guys too. $10, $20, $30 here and there. It really, really, really helps. So our actual net was a little under $3,000, which is what we spent to sort of live for the last 30 days through the hurricane and all that stuff. And again, probably spending more money than we should. But $2,800, $2,900 is sort of the net from our last 30 days. So we're going to finish episode 26, which is what you're watching right now. We've got some drone footage of where we are right now in Back Creek. And we also have some quick footage we're just going to run through right now of us taking the dinghy up Spa Creek, which is where the boat show is held. The boat show is now in like 2 days. It actually officially starts tomorrow. So going to be a pretty sweet thing. I'm sure you'll see a lot of footage of that in our next episode. As always, thank you so much for watching, for joining in, for supporting us. Like the video, hit subscribe, please. It really helps us understand what the audience is, and it makes us want to keep making movies. Thanks again for all your support. We love you guys.
We head